My name is Mariah Hunter, and today I'm going to be talking about the costs and dangers of casual plastic use. We are all voyagers. What we carry with us and what we leave behind define who we are. This was taken from Erickson's National Geographic Traveler magazine, where he talks about the steps being taken around the globe to promote reusable plastics such as water bottles, bags, and straws. In the United States and in other countries, restaurants have only been giving straws upon request from customers, and Starbucks has created a lid that does not require a straw. In addition, plastic is being created biodegradable, which means that it can be broken down, whether it be a day, a week, a month, or a year. But this is not the answer, and it's not the answer because people are still using straws and they're still being thrown away, and the plastic, whenever it comes into contact with the habitat, it's harming it right then and there, and it doesn't matter how long it takes to be broken down. And today I want to talk about how much plastic is in the ocean, what it's doing to the marine lives, and it ending up in our food. I believe that a small action can cause a ripple of positive effects. This week I have been studying just how much plastic is in the ocean, and I've learned about microplastic, which is extremely small beads of plastic that are just as dangerous as water bottles floating. And I've also learned exactly what it's doing to the bodies of animals. And I've looked at a graph of microplastic, and in general, plastic floats. So in this graph shows that microplastic is everywhere because it's on the surface, in the middle, and on the bottom of the ocean. And through this research, I've definitely learned that there is a huge change that needs to be made. And I want to inform you how much plastic, like I said, is in the ocean, what it's doing to the animals, and some steps that can be taken to prevent plastic waste. The plastic beads in your face wash go right down the drain and sometimes end up in the ocean. A lot of trash ends up in landfills, and the biggest landfill is in the ocean. New Scientist magazine has named this piece of garbage floating in the ocean as to be the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. It is 1.6 million square kilometers from California to Hawaii. And it contains microplastic, and the thing about microplastic is it's extremely easy to ingest and hard to clean up because it's so tiny. And recycling is a good solution, but it's not the whole answer, and it is good because plastic makes up about 70% of the sea's rubbish, said Julia Lamb, who's a scuba diver and researcher. And plastic is also buoyant and in general extremely hard to break down. These plastic beads are being disguised as food to animals like sea turtles and birds. Second, I want to address the effects that it has on marine life. Debris causes a threat to things like seabirds, turtles, fish, and crustaceans. Casual plastic use is very dangerous. Moore, science researcher, has said that plastic on the surface outweighs zooplankton 6 to 1. An academic journal titled Plastic Not Fantastic has said that this plastic is making animals unable to swim from prey, blocking their digestive tracts, hurting their stomach linings, and causing the unwanted feed. And the trash on the surface is just as dangerous as trash in the middle of the ocean because it's stopping microalgae from producing. And how it's doing that is it's blocking sunlight, so sunlight is needed for the microalgae to grow. And that microalgae is the food source for things like worms, clams, and mussels, which is a food source for fish and etc., and it goes up the food chain, not just affecting one animal. Trash does not just stay in one place in the ocean, it travels throughout the current. Currently, there are 5.2 trillion particles of plastic weighing 268.940 tons. In 2017, researchers found a fishing crate on an Easter island that had floated some 4,000 miles from its South Pacific origin. And things like recycling and not using straws benefit the ocean, but it's not the full answer. So lastly, I want to talk about the steps to reduce plastic waste. Like taking steps, like I said, to go out and buy that Brita filter and that reusable straw and the glass water bottle and the grocery bags is all good and well, but I believe that how to stop this is maybe just one person making a conscious effort every single day to remember those things, because it is so easy to go to school, forget your water bottle, purchase a plastic one, and not be able to recycle it. As we talk right now, plastic is being pushed into the ocean. And a fact that I also found that was very interesting was that plastic is literally in everything, and it's even in our gum. And so good things you can do is use reusable cereal containers and those leftover containers, and just pick up the trash next time you're at the beach. I challenge you guys to, next time you're at a restaurant, bring your own straw, or maybe don't use one. You might not mind. Reducing plastic waste and being knowledgeable on the subject should create a positive change. It's important to know that most of the trash thrown away ends up in the marine lice habitats, and when it's ingested by these animals, it's reducing their want to feed and eventually causing extinction. And I hope from this that you all have recognized the dangers in casual plastic use and realized that pollution is in fact life-threatening. Thank you.
This is my audience.
Good job.